Arrests are always dramatic, but when the whole world is watching, the drama reaches a new level. From high-speed chases on live TV to surprise busts caught on body cams and reality TV crews, these famous figures experienced the shock of being arrested with cameras rolling. In this mysterious countdown, we'll uncover 8 unforgettable moments when U.S. celebrities were arrested live on camera. Each story is stranger than fiction, yet 100% true. Stay tuned for the jaw-dropping number 1, a moment so captivating it beat the Super Bowl in viewership. Now, let's begin. Number 8. Reese Witherspoon. Our first story features America's sweetheart Reese Witherspoon, or so we thought. The Oscar-winning actress's pristine reputation took a hit one April night in 2013 on an Atlanta roadway. Reese's husband, Hollywood agent Jim Toth, was being arrested for DUI during a traffic stop when a very inebriated Reese lost her cool. Despite officers ordering her to stay in the car, Witherspoon got out multiple times, growing agitated. On dashcam video, she belligerently challenged the trooper's authority, uttering the now infamous line, "Do you know my name? You're about to find out who I am." She even warned, "You're about to be on national news," as if foreseeing the media storm to come. The officer was unmoved. He handcuffed the Hollywood A-lister on the spot, arresting her for disorderly conduct. The leaked dashcam footage soon went viral, shocking fans who knew Reese for playing bubbly, law-abiding characters. Public reaction was swift and unforgiving. Ashamed, Reese issued a humbled statement, admitting she had had one drink too many and was deeply embarrassed for disrespecting the officer. She apologized on morning TV, owning up to her unacceptable behavior. The actress faced a small fine for the incident and a large dent in her wholesome image. It was a startling reminder that even a beloved movie star isn't above the law when the blue lights flash and the cameras are rolling. Number 7. Nicole Snooki Polizzi. In July 2010, reality TV collided with reality. Nicole Snooki Polizzi, the breakout star of MTV's Jersey Shore, was busy partying on a Seaside Heights beach, and millions would later watch her day go horribly wrong. Cameras were already following Snooki for the show's 3rd season when her day of drinking spun out of control. Clad in a leopard print swimsuit and fueled by cocktails, Snooki stumbled along the boardwalk slurring her words. Concerned locals complained, and soon police officers arrived on scene as the MTV film crew rolled. What happened next made primetime reality TV. Snooki was arrested in broad daylight for disorderly conduct. Footage and tabloid photos captured the petite, 4 feet 9 inches starlet chugging from a beer funnel earlier, then later being led away in handcuffs by 2 officers. The once fun beach outing had turned into a perp walk, with Snooki tearfully shouting, "I'm a good person," as beachgoers gawked. The incident made instant headlines. Even the president joked he didn't know who she was. Fans were divided. Some found it hilarious that the self-proclaimed Guidette finally partied too hard, while others worried the young star needed help. Consequences were minimal, a brief detention and a small fine, but the pop culture impact was huge. Snooki's arrest, aired later on Jersey Shore, cemented her wild child legend. It was a moment where a scripted reality show became all too real, with the world watching a celebrity's very public fall from grace. Number 6. Shia LaBeouf. Actor. Shia LaBeouf has had more than one run-in with the law, but one arrest in 2017 was captured in excruciating detail thanks to police body cams. In the early hours of July 8th in downtown Savannah, Georgia, Shia's disorderly behavior, after allegedly getting rebuffed when asking someone for a cigarette, drew police attention. The former Disney star, then 31, was caught on camera unraveling in spectacular fashion. Officers' body cam footage, later released publicly, shows LaBeouf yelling profanities and taunting the cops as they detain him in his hotel lobby. In the video, the Transformers actor appears agitated and incredulous, demanding answers. "I have rights! I'm an American!" he shouts as handcuffs clamp on his wrists. "You got me in my hotel? Arresting me in my hotel? For doing what, sir?" he protests, voice rising. The officers remain calm, even courteous, as Shia's rant turns obscenely personal. At one point, he hurls insults and even racist remarks at a black officer, a tirade picked up clearly on camera. The footage is unsettling, a far cry from the composed heroes Shia played on screen. Public reaction was largely shock and dismay. The video's viral spread forced LaBeouf to confront his actions. He soon issued a remorseful apology, admitting he was deeply ashamed and that his white privilege and addiction fueled the ugly incident. A Savannah judge mandated Shia to get help, and he indeed entered rehab. This arrest, broadcast for all to see, became a dark but pivotal chapter in LaBeouf's story, one he later said came from a place of self-centered delusion. In the end, the cameras that recorded Shia's worst moments also helped him find the humility to seek redemption. Number 5. Justin Bieber. Even global pop superstars aren't immune to being caught red-handed on camera. Case in point, Justin Bieber and the Miami Beach drag racing incident. In the pre-dawn hours of January 23, 2014, 19-year-old Bieber decided to test his rented bright yellow Lamborghini against a friend's Ferrari on a city street, and it did not end well. Miami police pulled over the speeding Lambo around 4 a.m. and arrested Bieber for DUI, reckless driving, and resisting arrest. But this was no ordinary traffic stop. It was practically a spectacle unfolding in real time. As squad cars surrounded Bieber's flashy vehicle, a swarm of paparazzi and bystanders, it is South Beach after all, had cameras rolling. In fact, the teen idol's dangerous joyride was captured by videographers and starstruck fans who couldn't believe what they were seeing. News outlets soon obtained footage of Bieber's field sobriety test and even jail surveillance video from that morning, clips that spread like wildfire online. In them, the once wholesome baby singer looks dazed, wobbling through a sobriety line test and getting patted down by officers, all under the unforgiving eye of CCTV. Public reaction was a mix of concern and schadenfreude. Legions of believers were in tears. Some even camped outside the jailhouse, chanting support as Justin emerged on bail and waved from atop an SUV. Detractors, on the other hand, flooded social media with memes of Bieber's now infamous mugshot, featuring a goofy grin. The arrest became late-night comedy fodder and a global news story. Legally, Bieber caught a lucky break, a plea deal for anger management and a fine. But the incident marked a turning point. For perhaps the first time, the world saw the wildly successful teen star as a vulnerable young man on a dangerous path. And thanks to the cameras, that image is one Bieber can't easily outrun. Number 4. Kanye West. Few celebrities have a more tempestuous relationship with cameras than Kanye West, and in September 2008, those cameras got him arrested. The scene: Los Angeles International Airport, a bustling terminal swarming with paparazzi. As Kanye and his manager, bodyguard Don Crowley, waited to board a flight, two photographers ambushed them, flashing cameras in their faces. Kanye, already on edge, snapped, literally. According to witnesses, the rapper grabbed a paparazzo's expensive camera and hurled it to the floor, smashing it. When a second photographer continued filming, Crowley snatched that video camera and smashed it too. The commotion escalated in seconds. Angry shouts, broken gear scattered on the airport floor, and Kanye's infamous temper flaring for all to see. In fact, part of the melee was caught on tape by TMZ and airport surveillance, footage that would soon loop endlessly on news stations and gossip sites. Within moments, LAX police rushed in and arrested West on the spot, along with Crowley. Kanye did not go quietly. Even as officers intervened, he allegedly lunged at the dazed videographer to snatch the evidence, yelling, "Give me that fucking tape," before being restrained. It was a jaw-dropping moment. One of the world's biggest musicians, handcuffed in an airport terminal, surrounded by flipped suitcases and camera debris, with hundreds of travelers as stunned witnesses. The news of Kanye's felony vandalism arrest spread like wildfire that day, making headlines worldwide. Many weren't surprised. Classic Kanye, some quipped. But others debated how paparazzi provocation can push even a superstar over the edge. Ultimately, the charges were reduced, and Kanye avoided jail by completing anger management and community service. Still, the incident lives on in YouTube clips and paparazzi legend. It proved that for all his fame and fortune, Kanye West is as human and volatile as they come when provoked, and that when you tangle with paparazzi, the cameras always win. Number 3. Steve-O. Never one to shy from the spotlight, Steve-O, of Jackass fame, took things to new heights, literally, in August 2015. Determined to protest SeaWorld's treatment of orcas, The daredevil comedian concocted a headline-grabbing stunt that would end with him in handcuffs on live TV. One sunny afternoon, Steve-O, real name Stephen Glover, arrived at a Hollywood construction site and proceeded to climb a 100-foot crane armed with an inflatable killer whale and fireworks. As he scaled higher and higher, baffled onlookers called 911, thinking it might be a suicide attempt. Soon, news helicopters were hovering and broadcasting the spectacle live. Reaching the top of the crane against the skyline, Steve-O unfurled a giant balloon whale labeled SeaWorld Sucks and began lighting fireworks, all while streaming the stunt on Facebook Live himself. The response was instantaneous. Los Angeles police and fire units swarmed the scene. 80 firefighters, 5 ambulances, a rescue helicopter, all prepared for a dangerous rescue. But Steve-O, ever the showman, safely climbed down on his own once he'd made his point. At the base of the crane, a not-so-amused LAPD greeted him. In front of rolling news cameras and hundreds of slack-jawed spectators on Sunset Boulevard, Steve-O was promptly arrested the moment his feet hit the ground. The stuntman flashed a defiant smile as officers cuffed him. After all, this was the finale he had planned. Public reaction was mixed. Many animal rights supporters cheered his dedication, while city officials blasted the prank for tying up emergency resources. Legal consequences came swift and heavy. Steve-O was sentenced to 30 days in jail for the crane caper and ordered to pay about $14,000 in restitution for the massive emergency response. If your goal is to make a statement about captivity, you may as well get yourself locked up, Steve-O quipped afterwards, not without a touch of pride. In the end, his point was made, and the world watched a death-defying protest turn into a live televised arrest that could have come straight out of a Jackass movie. Number 2. Tiger Woods. The world was used to seeing Tiger Woods on the golf course wearing a champion's grin, not stumbling on the side of a road in the dead of night. Yet, in May 2017, the golf legend's carefully managed image unraveled in front of a police dashcam, producing footage as riveting as any final round on Sunday. Around 2 a.m. in Jupiter, Florida, officers found Woods asleep at the wheel of his Mercedes, engine running, car askew on the roadside. The 14-time major winner was disoriented, mumbling that he thought he was in California. What followed was a field sobriety test captured on the patrol car's camera, and it was painful to watch. In the grainy video released later, Woods appears utterly confused about his whereabouts and unsteady on his feet as an officer guides him through the sobriety steps. He can barely walk a straight line. At one point, the officer asks him to tie his shoe. Tiger clumsily unties the wrong one instead. His speech is slow and slurred, and he even tries to recite the national anthem when asked to say the alphabet, a sadly comic moment. Finally, the officer's patience runs out. On camera, we see the flash of cuffs and hear, "Put your hands behind your back." Tiger Woods, one of the most famous athletes on earth, is under arrest on suspicion of DUI. The footage confirmed what the police report later detailed. Tiger was on a mix of painkillers and medications, not alcohol, and had no idea what was happening. When the dashcam video hit the news, public reaction was equal parts empathy and disappointment. Pete this nightmare. In the end, Tiger's dashcam arrest became one of 2017's most discussed moments, a stark, live-recorded cautionary tale that even the mighty can fall. And when they do, the camera never blinks. Number 1. O.J. Simpson. Finally, we reach the most infamous live celebrity arrest of all time, a moment so enthralling that 95 million Americans watched it live on television. The date was June 17, 1994, and the nation's evening programming was interrupted by breaking news. Former NFL icon and actor O.J. Simpson, wanted for the brutal murders of his ex-wife and her friend, was on the run. Instead of surrendering to LAPD that morning as agreed, Simpson had slipped away with a friend, fleeing in a white Ford Bronco. What ensued was the slowest, strangest police chase ever broadcast. News helicopters picked up the Bronco's trail on the freeways of Orange County and Los Angeles, and suddenly every major network cut to the live feed. Viewers couldn't believe their eyes. O.J., the charismatic celebrity they knew from movies and commercials, was in the back of that SUV, reportedly holding a gun to his own head, while dozens of police cars trailed behind at a cautious 35 miles per hour. Crowds gathered along overpasses, waving signs that read, "Go O.J." as the surreal motorcade passed by. bars through O.J. Chase watch parties. A Knicks NBA Finals game playing on TV screens in New York was relegated to a small corner while the Bronco footage dominated. It was the defining media spectacle of the decade. After nearly 90 minutes, the Bronco finally pulled into Simpson's driveway in Brentwood. Surrounded by SWAT teams and spotlight glare, O.J. surrendered to authorities, ending the saga quietly at his home. But not before talking to his mother on a phone and reportedly drinking a last glass of orange juice. Yes, O.J. had O.J. Cameras didn't capture the moment of cuffing up close, but by then, it hardly mattered. The chase itself had been must-see TV of the highest order, culminating in Simpson's arrest. By the time it was over, more people tuned in to watch O.J.'s chase and capture than that year's Super Bowl. The aftermath, of course, became the trial of the century, but that night's live broadcast was its own cultural earthquake. Millions of viewers sat glued to their sets, hearts pounding, witnessing a fallen hero's desperate flight from justice in real time. In the annals of public celebrity arrests, O.J. Simpson's live-on-camera Bronco chase remains unparalleled. A dramatic, bizarre, and utterly mesmerizing intersection of crime and celebrity that America will never forget. These 8 cases prove that when fame meets infamy under the unblinking eye of the camera, the results are unforgettable. From cringe-inducing outbursts to history-making televised chases, each incident gave the public a front-row seat to the mighty being humbled. Live on camera, there's no script, no PR spin, just raw reality. It's equal parts dramatic and tragic, reminding us that celebrities, for all their spotlight, can't hide from fate when it's broadcast live. As viewers, we're left with images burned into memory and a haunting thought. When the next star falls from grace, will we be watching it happen live? Be careful out there, because the cameras are always rolling, and they capture everything.